Did you say our or R?
He said R.
A-R-E.
You know, like how Southern people say nah.
Oh.
Hey,
Yeah, I've heard that.
listeners, we're a little down right now.
Yeah.
We hope
need you to
that
pick us up.
You can provide some cheer.
We made a boo-boo, and by we won't name names.
No.
Yeah, Andy and Mike and I are all not saying who it was.
It was.
I don't know.
No, we don't want to tell the people who it was.
yeah.
No
There
more
is
information.
some fault for my brother-in-law to take for having so much music that he filled up his sister's SD card. But that's another story for another day.
I guess.
We'll just pick a random day and tell that story sometime. Listeners, welcome in. It's a trivia podcast. We play games. We have fun most of the time when the recordings work. And we
This
hope
might be part 3 of a 2-part series.
Just when you thought it wasn't over.
So why don't you just go ahead and play a game along with us? It's called the Secret Phrase Game.
It's called Where's the Recording?
Where's my podcast episode?
Where do you think it is?
Oh, sad.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's producer Garrett. Just wanted to stop in real quick and let you know that we got ourselves a bit of a, situation. So the last episode of the Guest Room podcast, it was not recorded. And that was due to a technical error on Katie's end. He just kind of, dropped the ball. But whatever, here's the thing. The podcast episode happened. It was real. All right. It took place in history. There's just literally no empirical evidence that it happened. But you can trust me. Okay. Like I've never lied before, to anyone. So you can trust me. And, listen, here's the good news. Mike won. Mike won the episode. Apparently he blew everybody away, like made them, begging for mercy on their knees, just crushed them. So good job, Mike. You are an intelligent specimen. And then last but not least, this is the third of 3 episodes in the Japan Cup series that Matthew is hosting, and the winner gets a Japanese haichu, which is quite spectacular if you ask me. So enjoy the show. God bless you. Have a wonderful day, and go Suns.
It's called the Secret Phrase Game. It's your job to figure out who said it and what they said. And just play along, listen out for a weird phrase during the episode. And at the end, you'll have a chance to submit your guess for some free stuff. So why not play along? Just go ahead, play. We have another little game to play today. It's a game of Jeopardy. But on the Guest Room podcast, we've dubbed that a Jepisode. And today's Jepisode has been brought to us by Matthew. Matthew, would you discombobulate us through your categories?
I'd be happy to. It's the third leg of the Japan Cup. For those of you going back and wondering what happened to the second leg, we'll talk about that some other time. But what did happen in the second leg, and somehow you missed it, was Mike, with another commanding performance, picked up 3,200 more points. So he's at 6,500. Katie's at 2,976, and Andy's at 2,601. So everybody still is in the hunt for the last 2 haichus there, but Mike has 2 stacked up by his mic, and he's looking to clean everybody out. So we'll see. This board is Roman numerals 2 or Roman numerals II.
Yay.
Hey, you guys liked the first one. Come on. And we got a lot of great feedback from our listeners, by which I mean one person said they liked it. But that's more than you usually get. So
Was that you?
No, that was Kevin.
No, it was Kevin, because he wasn't on the pod.
I would have crushed you guys.
He did.
You guys are the worst.
Kevin did say he would have crushed us. So here's another chance for Kevin to say that he would have crushed
Awesome
you guys
episode, 9.5.
on a Roman numeral.
Ruined my life.
board.
10 out of 10.
All right. So the categories, as you might guess, continuing from last time, the first category is VIII, IX, X, XI, XII, XIII, and that's it. That's 6 categories. So there you go. Who could have possibly guessed that those would be the categories?
Who could have thunk?
Honestly, I would have forgotten that Final Jeopardy last time was VII, and I would have started there. So I would have gotten all 6 incorrect.
Whew. Well, that was a close one. All right, Andy, why don't you start us off? You look like you need a little pick-me-up.
Oh,
Little cactus cooler, if you will.
Little X will pick me up.
All right, X. All right, these are questions about things represented by X. All right,
Wait.
for
100.
100.
Do we have to like?
No, nothing
no
fancy.
things.
Nothing fancy this time.
You sure?
Just give me the answer. I'm sure.
I'm writing down the
You're
Roman
writing
numerals.
down your Roman numerals just in case.
Wait, M equals 1,000. D equals 500, and DD is not 1,000.
That's right. Just keep that in mind. All right,
X
here
for
we
100.
go. For 100, X means this in a text that's affectionate.
Andy.
Andy.
Kiss.
A kiss.
Oh, is that what that means?
Katie's been misinterpreting a lot of texts.
How many texts with an X in that
Everybody
context? do you
keeps
think I
saying
get?
oxo to me, and I just don't even know what they're trying to say.
200.
Oxidize.
Weird quote, but okay.
X means this to Long John Silver.
Mike,
Mike,
the spot.
the spot for
Oh,
treasure,
yeah.
yes.
Stoops.
Not the seafood place.
No,
300.
I mean chicken strips. For 300. X means this in the latter part of the year when followed by what looks like the Spanish word for more.
Katie.
Katie,
Chris.
Christ or Christ, yes.
Oh, wow.
For Christmas.
Christmas.
There you go.
Xmas. 400.
X most commonly means these two things in math.
Katie.
Katie,
Multiply and variable.
that's right, multiplication and a variable.
500.
For 500, X can mean this on a legal document, typically when a person is illiterate or has some sort of disability. Katie,
Signature.
signature is correct.
600.
X stood for this in Malcolm X's name.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
Things they taught you in school.
Also, if you're wondering how to say no with kind of an Australian accent, like nar, start to say narwhal and just stop.
Hit that sounder.
Narwa.
It means his
Stop better, Mike.
it's a substitute for his last name, which was Little. But if somebody had said last name, I would have given it to them. All right. Well, that's one category down. Katie, I believe you're up.
Wait, you can just pick a letter to substitute for your last name that has nothing to do with your last name?
Well, I think the theory was like it was a name given to his family when they were slaves. So then like he rejected it and put an X instead. From what I could gather from the Wikipedia entry, which is where I get most of my
All right.
information these days. All right. KD.
XI for 100.
XI. All right. So these are sports related questions related to the number 11.
I was really hoping that was Xi Jinping or whatever.
And he was sitting on Xi Jinping. Sounds uncomfortable. All right. For 100.
Is that Kevin scrambling quickly over Joe Biden? Is that-
It won't bowl anyone over to find out that this sport has 11
Andy.
players. Andy.
Oh, no. Bowling.
Katie.
That's
Katie.
incorrect. Katie.
Football.
Football is correct. That this sport has 11 players to the side, with its super game played on February 12th this year. All right, Katie,
200.
not bowling. The 11-man bowling teams. That's why.
Did you say 11 man? I thought it was like
He said-
11.
He said 11
11
players.
to a
He said
side.
players.
Each pin and the ball.
That's right. Everybody gets one pin. All right, for 200. This sport with 11 players to a side is the world's most
Katie.
popular. Katie.
Soccer.
Soccer is correct.
Association football. 300.
This sport with 11 players to a side is not the world's most popular, but close to it outside the U.S. If no one answers this, you may hear an insect. Katie.
Cricket.
Cricket is correct. An insect chirping.
400.
Katie's trying to make a run for the Japan Cup here. I love it. All right, 400. Although there were 11 players in the field of play, a women's college team in this sport nevertheless scored late in a March game without getting a technical foul.
Repeat?
Although there were 11 players in the field of play, a women's college team in this sport scored late in a March game without getting a technical foul. Andy.
Basketball?
Basketball is correct. There was a women's college basketball game where a team scored and they had 6 players on the floor. You see everybody,
man.
the defense is just like scrambling around like bees in a beehive because they just cannot figure out why they can't cover everybody.
That's awesome.
And no technical foul was assessed. The refs just missed it. All right, Andy.
500.
Depending on how you count it, this sport has typically 11 players on the field, but 9 are on defense and 1 technically isn't in play.
Katie,
Katie.
baseball.
Baseball is correct. Usually there's somebody in the batter's box.
No. 600.
In this sport, Dave Williams is the all-time leader in minutes spent that probably led to 11 players in play.
Katie,
Katie.
hockey.
Hockey is correct. Yes, typically 6 players to a side, but sometimes there's a power play. All right, after 2 categories.
So he's the most penalized man?
Yeah, he's the all-time leader in minutes spent in the penalty box.
That's awesome.
It's a lot. It's a lot of
Timeout
minutes.
chair.
I wish other sports did that. Like, can you imagine?
A timeout chair for other sports?
Yeah. Like in basketball, it like if a ref determines like you had too hard of a foul or something like that, you have to spend like 3 possessions on the sideline and you're just playing 5-on-4.
He spent 3,971 minutes in the penalty box in his career.
I wonder if that's longer than most people's careers.
Wow.
Probably is. That's amazing. All right.
IX for 100.
IX. All right. So these are things that give people the icks, and they are music related questions.
What's an X?
Like a common phobia. These are all about common phobias.
Music
So
related
give somebody-
common phobias.
That's right.
Sounds like one of your common bonds.
You never know. All right. For 100, arachnophobia is a fear of these. Katie.
Spiders.
Yes. Even though in kids' songs they are eensy weensy, insy wincy, or itsy bitsy, depending on who you ask. All right.
200.
Aerophobia is a fear of traveling on
Katie.
these. Katie.
Airplanes.
Yes. Perhaps even the Jefferson varieties.
300.
Jefferson Airplane.
Sinophobia may have. Katie.
Chinese.
No.
China.
No.
Sino. Did you say Sino?
Sinophobia.
Are you sure?
CYNO phobia.
Oh gosh.
Sinophobia might have led the Baja men to be so worried about
Andy.
dogs
Dogs.
who let these out.
That's stupid.
All right, Andy.
Oh, which, by the way, so did anyone watch the show that Kevin said to watch?
Yes, the first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy that says, I'm a racist.
So good.
Anyways, side conversation. 400.
Some people have phobias about Chinese people, I guess. Not me, but you know. All right. Okay, so for 400.
I know for a fact that fear of Chinese people is a real thing. I'm diagnosed with it.
Katie Shore. Okay, for 400, we'll try to pull it back together as Katie glares deathly at everybody.
Everybody, I have so many eyes.
Astrophobia is the fear of these 2 things, which are repeatedly featured in the chorus of an Imagine Dragons song.
Mike.
Katie.
Mike.
Thunder and lightning.
Thunder and lightning. The thunder.
What?
Thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Maybe I should stick with that part of the song.
Ix for 5.
Acrophobia is a fear of this, possibly because it could end in you, in the words of Tom Petty, free fallen.
Mike.
Mike.
Heights.
Heights is correct.
Free falling. Is that song?
Yes.
No, it's the other one.
What?
Free fallen, free fallen, free fallen, free fallen.
Free falling, falling, and falling, falling, and falling, falling.
I think we're on to something here. All right, Mike.
Ix for 6.
Nice.
Vehophobia is a fear of this. So a person with that fear probably wouldn't be the main character in Cake's hit, The Distance.
Spell.
VEHO phobia.
Can you repeat?
Vehophobia is a fear of this. So a person with that fear probably wouldn't be the main character in Cake's hit, The Distance.
Cake by the ocean.
No.
That's a different song.
What? Impossible.
Cake is the band.
I know.
You can listen to Andy music explain me all day.
Time is up. The answer is driving. Vehophobia is a fear of driving. He's going the distance. All right. We're halfway through the board, Mike. Can you give us a score update?
Andy's got 700. Mike's got 1,100, and Katie's got 2,900.
Oh, no.
All right.
I wish I had more hundreds
Wish I had
we
more
all?
thousands.
for thousands.
Oh, for thousands.
Just bid 33,000 on Final Jeopardy. And you can
A la Serena.
But it was rules.
just a great moment. She's probably been listening to all these episodes, being like, "Why are they bidding so little? They could come back and win. What are they thinking?"
0.
Walk me through your thinking there. All right. Let's see. Who got heights? Mike. So, Mike, you are.
Yeah, I did.
You are up.
Let's go V for 100.
So, VIII. These are music questions. Sorry, movie questions. Movie questions. Words that start with a vi sound, like VIII, but you must add at least 2 extra I's when you say it. For example, if the answer was vivacious, you need to give me vivacious.
Vivacious.
Otherwise, I will consider your answer incorrect.
Okay.
All right.
You have been warned. All right.
What if I had like 10 eyes?
That's okay. As long as there's at least 3. That's the key. All right. For 100, this was Sherlock Holmes' musical instrument of choice.
Mike.
Oh, I
Okay.
totally thought I won that.
All right,
No.
Katie.
Well,
Mike did say it very slowly.
did you think you won? Also, I think I might be wrong.
Then yes. Then yes,
Okay, let's
Katie.
go with Katie then. I want to hear the wrong answer.
Violin.
Violin is correct. All right. Katie.
I guess. Okay. Yeah, I'm stupid. I thought maybe it was the viola, but that's not vi, is it?
Depends on how you pronounce it, really.
True. 200.
200. The Matrix Reloaded was rated R due to prolonged... Katie.
Violence.
Violence is correct.
Why do you say it weird?
Katie, you're weird.
This is violence, man. Say it again.
This is the first name of one of the children that receives a golden ticket.
Andy.
Andy.
Violet.
Violet is
That was only
correct.
2 eyes.
No, I heard at least 3. It was close, though.
400.
This fictional metal makes up the Black Panther suit. Katie.
Vibranium.
Okay, that's too many eyes, but I'll allow it. Yes.
500.
500. In The Phantom Menace, Newt Gunray holds this role in the Trade
Katie.
Federation. KD.
Viceroy.
Viceroy. That's definitely one where it's like, only this crowd is going to get this answer, but okay. All right.
Did you know that, Andy?
Nope.
No, Andy was already shaking his
Every
head.
Star Wars thing. Andy, did you know that?
Andy, do you know stuff?
Nope.
600.
This is the first name of a black actress who has won an EGOT and starred in the TV show How to Get Away with Murder, and it's also the name of a musical instrument.
Katie.
Katie.
Viola.
Viola. Maybe it's pronounced Viola, but
Davis, is that her last
close
name?
enough. Yes, Viola Davis. Very good.
We recently watched a movie starring her.
We?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was her.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Katie, I don't want to alarm you, but you, right now, if we had looked at total scores for the Japan Cup, you're right there with Mike because you have such a sizable lead in this episode. You two are almost tied. Of course, you're not tied because you risked 12 on Final Jeopardy, so you're messing
Twice,
up my
actually.
math here. All right, Katie, the board is
Speaking
yours.
of a sizable lead, did you guys hear about the Sweet Treat Trucks race the other day?
What?
Yeah, so there were a bunch of sweet treat trucks that were racing.
Is it?
Some with cupcakes, some with
I-
ice cream.
These are like things that play music in neighborhoods unsolicitedly.
Well, I mean, some of those were involved. Yeah, like the ice cream trucks, I suppose, would have been going through neighborhoods. But no, there were 2 that got in a car wreck. Well, a sweet treat truck wreck. And so I guess in the aftermath, they got the drivers out and everybody was okay. And they were cleaning up the wreckage. There were abounding popsicles smothered in yellow goo. Like, I think there was a honey truck.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
there's a honey sweet
Yeah,
treat
yeah.
truck?
Well,
Wait.
they just sell honey. Have you guys never been to a farmer's market?
I would say my honey. My neighborhood is not cool enough to witness these things.
So anyway, back to my story that was actually more interesting was the guy who won was just talking about cascading waterfalls of delicious chocolate flowing through his veins. And his sweet treat truck didn't have anything to do with that. But you guys didn't see that.
Nope.
I did not see that.
All right.
This is the part when Mike's here that he cuts the person off and goes to the next person. So,
That's right. Yeah.
Katie,
No,
you're
I
up.
I do love that. Let's go XIII.
XIII. All right.
For
So these
100.
are about unlucky numbers in different parts of the world. All right. For 100, this number is so widely considered to be
Andy.
unlucky. Andy.
13.
13 is correct in the US that you won't find it on almost any elevators.
200.
This number is considered so unlucky in Afghan culture that some middle-aged people will call themselves 1 year to 40.
Mike.
Kitty.
Mike.
39.
39 is correct.
300.
Italy considers 13 to be a lucky number, but not this number because its Roman numerals could be rearranged to spell VIXI.
Kitty. Oh, no.
Okay, Katie.
You're not going to give me enough time to figure it out. So
I have a travel flex for this.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
I will say 37.
Okay.
No.
That's incorrect.
It's not even close.
Rearranged.
So,
to
so I was just on a cruise ship. That's an Italian
Are
cruise
you not
ship.
going to buzz in?
I don't know the answer. But
I'm
they-
not done with the question yet.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
Italy considers 13 to be a lucky number, but not this number because its Roman numerals could be rearranged to spell VIXI, which means I have lived, past tense.
That didn't help me at all.
Okay.
Really glad you
All right.
finished. that.
Travel flex away, please.
Yeah. So I was just on a cruise ship and they had floor 13, but they didn't have whatever this answer is.
Oh,
Wait,
Yeah.
I know it now.
but you don't know?
I don't remember.
Why not?
I don't remember. I even made a point of it. I was like, oh, wow, they have a 13, but not this.
I should remember this for my trivia podcast that I'm
Oh,
on.
man.
All right. Time is out.
For no points.
17.
17.
17. Yeah. It's the only Roman numeral that could be arranged into VIXI. But
Wait,
okay.
seriously?
Yeah. Because they have to go in a certain order.
Kind of like adjectives.
True. The world will never know.
No.
All right. Let's see. I think it's who got 39? Mike.
For 4.
These are 2 of the 4 Asian cultures, so just give me 2 of them, in which number 4 is considered to be unlucky because it sounds like the word for death in that language. So if you can give me 2 of the 4 cultures, you got it.
What if I nitpick
Andy?
on cultures?
Andy.
I mean, so it's Chinese. I'd also say Taiwanese. But I don't know if you're considering those separate. I consider them separate.
Do you, Andy?
I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Should we ask John Cena?
That's a nitpick on culture.
I know this question.
Mandarin and Cantonese. Shanghai culture and Beijing culture.
Wait, keep going, Katie. Keep going.
All right. Yes, it does say Taiwanese is in here too, so I'll give it to you. Okay. Yes, the answers that I had written down
Korean,
were
Chinese.
Vietnamese, Chinese, Japanese, and Korean. But also, in the Wikipedia entry, it also says something about Taiwanese. So, okay. Andy,
500.
Japan has 3 unlucky ages for men, known as yakudoshi. They are 25, 60, and a multiple of 7 and this multiple of 7, which Douglas Adams says is the answer to life, the universe, and
Katie.
everything. Katie,
42.
42 is correct.
600.
Although the Chinese believe this to be a lucky number, most of the world strongly disagrees. An aversion to this number is so strong it has its own phobia name. Hexaconta-hexaphobia.
Andy,
Andy,
666.
666 is correct.
Wow. I really thought it was going to be whatever Mike said in that pub quiz that one time.
Oh, yeah, heptadecaphobia.
Yeah.
I thought about putting it in. Well, and that was 17, which was one of the answers. That was the Roman numeral one. All right. Okay, 1 category to go. What are the scores, Mike?
Mike has 1,300. Andy has 2,100. KD has 4,900.
Ooh,
Not the answer to life's problems, but still a multiple of 7.
drama. All right.
Dromedary?
The final category here. Wait, who said 666? Andy, right?
Yep.
Okay, Andy, you're up.
XII for 100.
XII for 100. All right, these are things that come in dozens. XII.
Okay.
For 100, U.S. brands selling this dozen include Family Homestead,
Kitty.
Katie.
Eggs.
Eggs is correct. Oliver's Organic and more locally, Hickman's. The board is yours.
400.
400. These babies come in dozens and were first invented in Poland over 400 years ago, but arguably were later perfected in New York.
Katie.
Bagels. Bagels is correct.
500.
500. U.S. locations selling this dozen include Daylight, Duck, and Dawn.
Repeat.
U.S. locations selling this dozen include Daylight, Duck, and Dawn.
I'm sorry, you said locations?
Yeah. All right. Hit the sounder. Those are all donut places. Daylight Donuts, Duck Donuts, and Dawn Donuts.
Couldn't have used
Were you
like
like
Krispy
Dunkin'?
Kreme and like
Constricted to the
Dunkin'?
D's?
Like, what happened?
What happened?
I couldn't say Dunkin' on a 500 pointer.
Well, then move it.
What is this? 300.
Katie,
Oh,
I think it's
for
Katie's
Katie?
board.
Yeah.
Oh.
You got bagels.
Oh, yeah.
Where is it, guys? Which one is it? 600.
This product often comes in dozens now, and in the past came in weird flavors, including apple-flavored Aspen in the 70s, bubblegum-flavored Hubba Bubba in the 80s.
Okay.
He just said K. And perhaps most famously, a crystal version of a famous brand in the 90s.
Katie.
Katie.
Pepsi. Soda.
Andy.
I'm going to have to
Cola.
say no. Okay, so Andy.
No, repeat.
Okay. This product often comes in dozens now, and in the past came in weird flavors, including apple-flavored Aspen in the 70s, bubblegum-flavored Hubba Bubba in the 80s, and perhaps most famously, a crystal version of a famous brand in the 90s. Hit that
Andy.
sounder. Oh, Andy.
Cans of Pepsi.
No, I'm sorry. That's incorrect. Mike, interested?
No.
Nope. All right. Sounder. The answer was soda. But Katie first said Pepsi, so then I felt like I couldn't give it to him. So,
Oh, that's rough, man.
well, yeah, I mean, none of these other ones were Pepsi, but so that's why I felt like I couldn't give it to you. All right. Pepsi never came in apple flavor, fortunately, or bubblegum flavor.
I know, though.
Yeah.
I can understand like if it was cola because that took me way too long, but
I think when we are lenient, typically it's when you work from
the general to the specific.
right or
Right.
Can you repeat the
if you
question
say
really
something
fast?
that is within the answer.
This product often comes in dozens now, and in the past came in weird flavors, including apple-flavored Aspen in the 70s, bubblegum-flavored Hubba Bubba in the 80s, and perhaps most famously, a crystal version of a famous brand in the 90s.
So I think you were
I was looking
I
for
started.
this product.
I started off
Yeah.
wrong and became Pepsi was definitely wrong. So if I had said beverage and then said soda,
Right. Yeah. Then you were working from the general to the specific. Okay. The good news is it's still your board because nobody got it.
300.
You were dancing all around it.
Yeah.
All right. What
are
do
the
you want to
scores?
wager?
What are the scores? And also, what are the scores?
Mike's got 1,300, Andy's got 1,500, Katie's got 4,800.
And what are the scores?
You are about 3,500 points behind Mike, 35-24 in the Japan Cup.
And
So
it's
currently
probably-
you have a 3,500 point lead on
Exactly.
Mike,
but Mike has a 3,500 point lead on me.
a 35-24 lead on you.
Shouldn't have wagered 12 points both times.
Well, I don't care about that. It's more like I knew all the other ones, but like, is it going to be a he didn't say Duncan thing? Andy, what do you think I should do?
I think you should just wager it all. No risk it, no biscuit, baby.
That's right. This might be biscuits. Let's wager it all.
Wagering it all. All right, here we go. This is for 4,800 points, which could also put Katie in
Shot of
reach
the
of the record. Yes. In some parts of the world,
I'm totally getting this wrong.
this dozen starts with Enero.
Spelling.
Enero.
Oh. Whoa. Repeat.
In some parts of the world, this dozen starts with an arrow.
ENERO.
Right.
I've got it.
What is the world coming to when Andy knows
yeah.
an international question?
I'm cultured.
Months.
Months is correct.
Yeah, nice.
He doubles up his score to go to 9,600. Mike's got months on his board with like 5 squares around it. All right. Nicely done. You made us worry for you there. Okay. For 200 to close it out, a dozen of these in yellow symbolize friendship.
Andy. Roses.
Roses is correct. Very nice. All right. Going into Final Jeopardy. Mike, what are the scores?
Mike's got
get my whiteboard.
1,300. Andy's got 1,700. KD has reason to be very angry, which is why he has to go retrieve his whiteboard. He only has 9,600 points.
Poor KD. All right. The record is on the table, but also so are these
Chews.
2 high chews. Okay. Andy's got
Without a category.
a
He
wager.
dominated a board. Then the Daily Double was in the 6th category.
Mm-hmm.
He got it, and it was on a 300-point question. That's pretty.
I think cause for umbrage for you.
I mean, it's not umbrage. You couldn't have engineered that, but it happened very well for you.
That's where it randomly fell.
Did happen well.
And it also happened to be a linguistics
I
question.
just got lucky that none of us got the 600 point.
Yes, that was very fortunate for you.
Specifically that you didn't buzz in after.
Well, I still thought it could have been cola. Like I just didn't know.
The Final Jeopardy category is XIV 14, in other words.
Can I go for quadruple?
No, you may not.
How many points do I have?
You have 9,600 points. And what's the record? Does anybody remember offhand? It's like
It's
18,
no, I think it's 16,000.
16,000? Okay, sounds about right. And Kevin will be fuming.
What
if
is
you
the
get it without
overall
him there.
score? Also, is there going to be like a final Jeopardy for?
No, this is the last question. So
But
overall,
I'm fuming right now.
Hey, Kevin.
if it ended right now, the Japan Cup would end up with Andy with 4,200, 4,201 technically. Andy with 4,300. I can't do math. Mike with 7,800 and KD with approximately 12,600. All right, here is your clue. This is a type of pronoun that refers back to the subject of the clause in which it is used, or an action that you do automatically without conscious thought. This is a type of pronoun that refers back to the subject of the clause in which it is used, or an action that you do automatically without conscious thought. Everybody ready with an answer?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right. Let us start with Mike, who is in third place this episode. Mike wrote habit. Okay. We'll come back to that.
Pronoun?
All right. Andy wrote autonomous. And KD is throwing his board on the ground again. And wrote XE. Okay. None of those.
One of those new ones.
None of those are correct, unfortunately. The word we're looking for is reflexive, which has XIV in it. Reflexive, like a reflex.
Yeah. Did you say type of pronoun?
Yes. Yeah, it's a reflexive pronoun.
Well, no,
or
in your
reflexive
clue.
action. Yes, I said this is a type of pronoun that refers back to the subject of the clause in which it's used.
Oh, you were thinking an example of a pronoun.
Yeah.
Ah.
Get that.
All right. A tough loss. Kevin's record stands for another day. But let's see what the scores were. What did everybody wager? Mike wagered
Some Benadryl.
everything.
I
Code
will.
for 1300.
Andy wagered everything. And Katie wagered almost everything, leaving him with 100, which is enough to win the episode. So, Katie, at least you won the final leg of the Japan Cup. The final scores are 0 for Andy, 0
All
for
is
Mike,
not lost for Katie.
and 100 for Katie.
You turd bucket.
So the final scores for the Japan Cup are 2601 for Andy, 3076 for Katie, and 6500 for Mike. Congratulations, Mike, and congratulations, Katie.
I do feel like a turd butt.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mike, go ahead and choose firstly.
Oh, wow. I get another one.
Katie, if you want it, I do have one more Calpis one squirreled away. So
No,
I'll put that
that's
on the
all
table
right.
for if you want to try.
Ooh.
Whoa. Crazy, crazy.
Crazy. You.
Okay. I will choose Straubs.
And Katie, would you like apple? There you go. All right.
Apple.
We'll save the Whitewater one for another time. Good job, everybody.
Well, that concludes our first semi-annual Japan Cup. That was fun.
Is that once every 2? Or
That's
twice
twice
in
every one.
Yeah, I never know.
Thank you, Matthew.
You're welcome.
I liked such categories as IX and XII.
Classics.
A classic story of
KD really deserved that win.
Yes, I'm glad he still got it in the end. That would have been sad.
Yeah. And honestly, I mean, he could have engineered a win in the whole Japan Cup, but he
Could I have?
decided to go for glory. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you just risked nothing,
Oh.
then you would have won the Japan Cup for sure.
Oh wait, I was ahead.
Yeah, way ahead.
Yeah, way ahead.
Yeah.
But that's all right. Nice job.
Thanks. I had to go up for the
The
record.
temptation of winning the overall all-time record was more than the
Yes.
Japan Cup.
Oh yeah,
That's
just to
only
hear
fair.
the umbrage.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
speaking of
I
umbrage,
wasn't there. It didn't count.
Kevin, please let us know how you did in the Japan Cup, even with hypothetical part 2.
Yeah. Yeah. How would you have done in part 2?
How do you think you would have done, Kevin?
I love how it was so like crazy that I would be the one to guess the most and crush, that we had to just
Delete the entire episode.
create a whole episode out of nothing. That was lots of fun. Thank you, Matthew, especially for the prizes. I feel like I've taken a tour to Japan. Would it be travel flexing to say that I've already had all these flavors in Japan?
Wow.
Yes.
Yes, it would be.
Cool, because I haven't. All right, it's time, listeners, for you to know that we played the secret phrase game. And if you think you know who said it and what they said, please send your guess to theguestroompodcast@gmail.com. Remember to include SPG and the episode number in the subject line. And if you're right within 7 days of this episode airing, you will get entered into a monthly drawing, which we may conduct in a timely fashion. And if you're the winner, you'll win something. So that's cool. That's what winners do.
They do. They win.
Now it's time to review the secret phrase from 7 days ago.
Review it?
Review it.
Woe the secret phrase. Woe to the secret phrase. And woe to me. Seattle wanna bloviate Canada? Circus invigorates, which I'm pretty sure I said interrogates or something like that.
So you'll have to give it to
Yeah.
people who guess
Yeah.
interrogates, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was fairly low on my whiteboard, and I just saw the ATES and kind of thought it was interrogates.
That was tough.
Seattle wanna bloviate Canada? Circus invigorates. Yeah, that was not a phrase, or maybe that was 3 sentences. But that I gave it a go.
You did. Well done.
Thank you.
Not
Most
bad.
creative.
Not bad.
I like it.
That was it. That was the phrase. So congratulations if you got it right. And if you didn't, hey, we'll probably air another episode if we can figure out how to record it. So you'll have another chance.
All right.
Now, listeners, for all of us here at the Guest Room Podcast, for KD, for Andy, for Matthew, and for Xi Jinping, I'm Mike. And as always, farewell.